Darren woke up after a one-night stand with a stranger to find she'd locked his phone in the room's safe, telling him he'd have to engage with her one more time if he wanted it back. He reluctantly agreed, waiting until she was satisfied and asleep before quietly retrieving his device and leaving. Once home and ready to rest, he heard strange noises from upstairs and immediately grabbed a baseball bat to investigate. Just as he reached the corner, a figure in black lunged at him from behind, but Darren quickly fought back, causing the intruder to flee. Police arrived shortly after, and to Darren's shock, the female officer leading the team was the same woman from the previous night. Both appeared visibly uncomfortable upon seeing each other, and Darren grew anxious, terrified his wife might discover their intimate encounter. But the officer made no mention of that night, instead calmly requesting to inspect the bedroom privately with his wife. She noticed the disheveled clothes by the bed and touched the still warm sheets, determining this wasn't a random break-in, but rather a calculated attack. Days later, the officer contacted Darren and took him to a seaside resort, handing him a monocular and directing him to observe the fourth villa from the left. Looking through it, he was stunned to see his wife in an intimate embrace with his business partner. He froze completely, unable to process what he was seeing. The officer quietly revealed that the attacker in black that night had been hired by his wife and partner, their plan being for his wife to inherit his assets after his accidental death, while the partner would become the company's majority shareholder. Despite having a clear motive, the case couldn't proceed without direct evidence. He had originally planned to end the marriage when his wife returned home, but before she could come back, the police took him in for questioning. Darren still had no idea what was happening until he found himself in the interrogation room at the station, where it suddenly hit him that something was terribly wrong. Within just 3 hours of discovering his wife's affair with his partner, both had been found fatally injured at the villa, instantly making him, the one person who knew about their betrayal, the prime suspect with the strongest motive in the eyes of the police. As news of the incident spread publicly, his once thriving company quickly spiraled into crisis, with all business partners terminating their contracts one after another, making his already devastating situation even more unbearable. After his wife's funeral service, the officer approached him again, calmly informing Darren that the fatal incident at the villa had been her doing. Darren was utterly stunned, unable to comprehend why she would implicate herself or what her true intentions really were.
Right now is not the